Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do another laundry chat video basically because number one, it's easy to edit. It lets me chat with you guys. It's not just number one. It's easy to edit. It lets me chat with you guys and it lets me get a lot of laundry done, which I have a ton of it. So it's perfect timing for a video. So my room is an absolute mess. Like I don't even know what that is over there. Oh, it's a pillow. Okay, so there's a pillow on the floor and, whatever. I haven't cleaned my room yet. I'm actually going to do a clean with me in today's Vlogmas video, but I need to get this laundry done first. So I'm going to do this video first, and then you'll see me in these same clothes for the Vlogmas video, and that's okay. But I just wanted to go ahead and chat with you guys. So today for this chat video, and I'm going to turn us over here so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing, hopefully. Today in this video, I wanted to talk about something that I think is, I'm always trying to talk about taboo subjects, right? Like subjects that I feel like people don't understand maybe, or people don't want to talk about and we need to shed light on. So there's kind of two topics that I wanted to talk about today. And number one is the fact that we homeschool our kids, and the other fact is that we have a lot of them. I think that being a large family somehow went from everybody had a large family a long time ago. I mean, it wasn't uncommon to have 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way to 13, 14 children, especially in different areas in the country. That was just kind of what you did when birth control was not a thing and, whatever. And I think that somehow at some point it went from that being the expected thing until now you're like a complete weirdo if you have like a whole bunch of kids in a large family. I can't tell you how many times I have been asked or told comments like, for instance, are you done, from complete strangers? Or you know what makes that happen, right? You know how you get pregnant, right? I mean, I'm 34 and I have 5 kids, 4 of which I birthed, so yes, I do actually know how it happens, but I appreciate a complete stranger telling me that. I do. I really do. I can't tell you the amount of comments that I've gotten, or you really wanted that girl, didn't you? Or are you going to try for one more for the girl? Like so many comments. And it's not that they really bother me. Well, you know how you get that. You know how that happens. That one really bothers me. Like, obviously, yes, I do. And I'm not going to lie to you, I usually give a really snarky comment back. Like, you know how that happens, right? Yeah, and we're really good at it, so we just keep doing it. I usually give one of those comments because, I get sick and tired of it. Like, obviously, we know how it happened, and, and then, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, and we wanted every single one of these. We did it on purpose because we did. And so Tristan was the only surprise, and it wasn't because we didn't want a kid. It was because we were married for 2 months when I got pregnant. And so he was the only surprise. All of the other ones have been on purpose. So whatever. And I get so frustrated with people because it's like they don't think, they just regurgitate comments and they don't really think of what they're saying. So, I think that large families are underestimated. You're like the weirdo if you have a large family, or you are looked at like there's something wrong with you, or I don't know. And I just don't get why. You know what I mean? Like, this is why I wanted to give you a few reasons of why I love having a large family and, what that kind of looks like for me and Joshua. Now, getting to know our family, some of you might be new, and so if you are, welcome. I hope that you stick around. And I really want you to get to know our family. I actually have a video in the works. It's probably going to take me a long flipping time, but I have it in the works. I've been working on it a little bit each day. And I'm really excited to actually get it finished. And I'm hoping that I can do that in the near future, because it's going to be so fun to watch. And it'll also be really fun for me to have. But anyways, I want you to get to know our family. So Joshua and I are, we have been married for 10 years. We've been married 10 years on November the 28th. So we just had our 10th year anniversary. And we've known each other since he was 10 and I was 13. So I am 3 years older than he is. And I want to do a little bit of a video with Joshua. I might actually film that today since he's going to be home so early. I might actually film that today. But I want to do... maybe I'll do kind of like this topic, but kind of go off of this video, like big family living and homeschooling and me being a stay-at-home mom and all of that, and like what that means to him. I kind of want to get his input on it, so I think that would be super fun to watch and to film. But anyways, we have been married for that long, and we've known each other for that long, and he is 31 and I just turned 34. So he has a little boy who is 11, and he just turned 11 in September. His name is Jaron, and he is my stepson. So he was married before, and so was I. We were both married. I don't think I have, and my little one is calling my name because he's in his bouncer with his brothers, and his brothers are not entertaining him like I asked them to, because they're supposed to be helping. But anyways, so we are... He was married before, and so was I. And then we came to our senses and realized, what the heck are you doing? You weren't supposed to be with this person. We both had failed marriages for very different reasons. And then I got a divorce first, and then he followed suit very soon afterwards, and we got together, and we've been married ever since. So that's kind of the gist of a very short version of our story. And we have 4 children together. We have Tristan, who is 9. He just turned 9 in November. We have Killian, who is 5. He will be 6 in March, so he is almost 6. We have Alaric, who turns 3 next month and January. And then we have Jensen, he will be 7 months on the 27th of this month. So in just a couple weeks, he'll be 7 months old. And so that's our family. And we have grown our family through good financial times and absolutely horrific financial times. We have lost our jobs, both of us. I did used to work full-time until Killian was about 3 months old. I worked full-time, so for quite some time I worked full-time, and we decided that I was going to stay home, because we wanted to, at that time, we didn't decide that we wanted to homeschool our kids. We just decided that we wanted me to stay home with our babies, because we were having problems with childcare, and our finances took a turn for the better, and we were actually able for me to stay home, because a lot of families are not able to do that. They don't have the ability to do that. And I totally understand, because we were there. And I just wanted to be with my babies. I was tired of somebody else watching my babies and raising my babies, and I was sick of it. I wanted to be with my babies all the time and raise them myself, and that's what we decided. And then over time, we decided, when Tristan was about school age, we put him in public school for a little while. And then we decided that that's just not the direction that we wanted to go in, that we wanted to homeschool. I had actually wanted to homeschool before that, and my extremely reluctant family members and all of that just kind of talked me out of it, and I wasn't that confident in myself, and it's not that they weren't confident in me, but they just had reservations that I shouldn't have listened to. I should have just listened to my own self, but I didn't, and so I put him in public school for a while, and then we just decided, yeah, this is not working. Like, this is not going to work. This is not going to be it. Like, we want to homeschool, and so that's what we did, and we've done it ever since. And now we are going to homeschool all the way through. Before, I was on the fence. I wasn't sure if I wanted to homeschool up till middle school or up to high school, but we have decided we're going to homeschool all the way through, and I'm very confident in that decision. So, with that being said, I feel like there's this stigma on large families. And you know what? It's funny because I watch large family YouTube channels all the time. I watch Large Family Table. I watch for Jay Morrell's Large Family Table, and I watch what else do I watch? I'm putting clothes in the wrong person's pile. I watch This Gathered Nest, and I used to watch she was Joyful Chaos, and now she's just Ashley Nicole Wilson, which is her actual name. I used to watch her when she used to vlog a lot, but now she still does videos. She just started doing videos again, but now she just does videos about herself and her faith and her family, but she doesn't really video her family. But I watch her. I watch all of these different kinds of large family, and A Tribe of Many. I watch them as well. I watch all these different kinds of large families, and I absolutely love them. I love the dynamic of large families. I love how you learn how the kids learn how to help each other and be there for each other and work hard, and it teaches them values that they may not get the opportunity to learn in other ways. I love it. I think large families are freaking awesome. I love it so much. When I started this homeschool co-op group, I have families that are really big. I have families that are our size. I have families, that are in between. I have families that are tiny. But I think that it's awesome to just have differences. So I don't understand why there's such a stigma. And he is just talking and talking and talking in there, if you can hear him. I'm just chattering away. But large families are freaking amazing. Now, there's probably not going to be a video on my channel, either one of them, where it's totally quiet or there's never an interruption throughout the whole video. You might not know how many interruptions there are because I might be able to edit it, but I might not. Like, you can hear that baby talking away in there. You're probably going to hear him whining and saying mama because he's really clingy and that's what he likes. But hold on a moment. Okay, Tristan's playing with them and he's laughing for now, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. But anyways, I don't understand the stigma that is large families. And you know what, it's even here, and I live in Alabama, so it's not uncommon for there to be big old families, and I still get all of those questions and I still get all of the things. Like, I don't understand. Now with our family, we believe we are done. I feel like Jensen is the last addition to our family. I feel like he is the last one. Plus, I really would like to sleep at some point before I am 80. And I'm just not getting that right now at all. I don't sleep. He is a bad sleeper and he has acid reflux super bad. So that makes him not sleep. And it makes me not sleep. And it makes me feel like I'm dying in a zombie at all times. And so I'm not getting any rest. And that's a big part of the reason why. But also just because I just feel complete. I do. Now, will that change when he gets a little bit older? It could. And we have not taken the measures to ensure that we won't have any more, either one of us. We have talked about it and we're thinking about it, but we have not done that so far. And so it is possible that we could have another child, but right now that's just not in the cards. That's not in the plan. So we'll see how that goes, but right now it's just not in the plan. So we don't think we're going to have any more babies. This should be it. But if I wanted to have 8 or 9 or whatever, I think it's amazing. And I think that that's okay. So if you're a large family and you don't have like a supportive family, or you don't, these are all the ones that I need to hang up. You don't have you get these comments all the time, or you feel like you can't take all your kids to Walmart because it's actually quite funny. Like, there's always 2 buggies, so we can't fit everything in one buggy. And, there's always 2, and then you have one trailing behind, and you're trying to get up to the register, so the oldest has to push the other cart behind you, and they think you're 2 separate families, right? But you're only one, so they just still see this stream of people like filtering into the line, and it's like, how many of you are there? I mean, I get it, right? Like, I get it. We are the only really big family in our church. We're the only really big family in our family for sure. My brother and sister are 7 years younger than me, but they only have one child apiece, so we're definitely the weirdos of the bunch. They like make fun of me every time I get pregnant, and they're like, are you ever going to stop? What's wrong with you? They're like the 2-kid type of people, you know what I mean? And so I am the oddball in a lot of situations. We're the only ones that homeschool in our church. We're the only homeschooling family, I think, all together in our church. So we're the weirdos, but that's okay. And I just want to let other people out there, other mamas, know that you are not alone. And if you want to have 10 kids, don't let the views of society or the views of your family or the views of those around you. I was looking for that kid's pile. He doesn't have a lot yet. Influence how many kids that you have or what's best for your family. You know, what's good for your family might not be good for someone else. And maybe they think you're weird, or maybe you're odd, or maybe, you know, whatever. But don't let that influence how many kids you have. You need to do what you feel in your heart. How many children do you think God wants to bless you with? Because children are a blessing. And if that's one, that's okay. And if that's 5 or 15 or how many ever you think you can do and handle and provide for and love and sustain and all of those things, that's your decision with your spouse. And I think the more the merrier, because the Bible says that children are like arrows in the quiver of a warrior. They are your weapon. They are the things that God equips you with to deal with the things of this world. They are a blessing. They are a vital attribute of life. And if you choose to have a lot of them, that's all right. And so, I don't know. I just wanted to chat with you guys for a little bit and talk a little bit about it, because I've been seeing a lot of shade given to large families. And I'm a part of some large family groups on Facebook. And there's been a lot of mamas posting on there lately, like, I'm pregnant again with baby number 7. And I'm scared. I'm scared to tell my family. I'm scared to tell people we know, because I don't want this negative reaction. And I just think that's so sad. Like, babies are to be celebrated, and it does not matter if you have 1 or you have 18 kids. Like, that baby is a gift from God. That particular baby is special and should be celebrated. And I just feel very strongly about that, whether you're adopting or whether you're having your own, or no matter what you're doing to grow your family. Like, children are a gift. And I just think it's so crazy to me that other people don't see it that way. It baffles me every single time when I see these comments that people give me or other people or whatever. It's just sad to me. I don't understand why and when children became an inconvenience, and children became a problem, and children became, you know, something that you want to avoid having or avoid being around. I just think it's a sadness, and I want to change that. So it's like this, like, we go to restaurants, okay? And when we walk in the door, the people around us are like, you can see the look on their face. They're like, because there are a lot of us, right? And they're all boys, and we're all filing in, and, you know, whatever. And they're thinking to themselves, like, I can just see the look on their face. They're thinking to themselves, oh God, it's about to be loud in here and annoying, and these people are sitting by us, and they're going to be screaming, and all this stuff is going to be going on. It's going to be absolutely horrible, and blah, blah, blah. And then it never failed. And the waitress, when she comes up, she's like, great, like a big old huge table, and only 2 of them are adults able to pay me and tip me, and the rest of them I just have to do everything for, and they're not, like, I can see it on their face, and it's fine. I get it. I do understand it, right? But it never fails. Never fails. Literally, this happens to us every time, whether it's the waitress or whether it's someone sitting near us. Usually it's at least one couple sitting near us. Usually it's like a middle-aged couple or older couple or whatever. They come up to our table. It never fails. They come up to our table and they're like, we thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a loud dinner experience, but your kids are the best behaved kids I've ever seen. They don't even talk. They're well mannered and well behaved. Like, we've just been watching them over there, and they're so well behaved. Like, what are you doing? You're doing a good job. And they usually pat Joshua on the back. It's always Joshua. And they're like, you're doing a great job. You got you some good fellas over here. And Joshua never fails to point at me and say, this is all her. Like, she's the one with them every single day. I'm at work to provide for these people, and she's the one who instills all of this in them. And I do so appreciate him giving me that credit, which he has a lot to do with their raising too. But, I am in the trenches with them every day, right? And it never fails every single time we leave a restaurant. And Joshua even gets irritated with me some of the time because I take so long and it takes me forever. But I put all of the silverware in our cups. I put the cups in the middle of the table. I make sure all of the trash is off and into the plates. All of the silverware is off the plates and into those cups. I make sure that any trash or nastiness is wiped away and put on top of the plates. The napkins are all in a pile. Like, all of the table is cleared and contained in the middle. Everything's wiped down. There's no French fries on the floor and messes that Alaric inevitably throws from his high chair. All of that's picked up and put on a plate. I make sure it's cleaned up because I want, and every time, like, I always get the manager or another waiter or the actual waitress that's ours or whatever come and like, thank you so much for cleaning up. Like, I've never seen anyone do that. And I say every time, I know that I have a lot of people and I know that we can be a lot, and I want to remove the stigma on large families so that you don't hate to see us when we walk through the door. So I want to make your experience with us one that you think is pleasant and memorable, so that next time when you see a large family walk through the door, you don't automatically cringe inside, because I know that that is the norm for large families, is everybody kind of, oh no, when they see us coming. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to remove that. And they're like surprised by that, like, not a lot of people do those things or say those things. And I am just really honest. Like, I want to remove that stigma off of big families like mine, because I know my kiddos are messy, and I know that, they're kids, so they're not always quiet. Like, they are a lot of the time, because they are very well behaved. I'm very blessed. But, I know that we can be a lot to handle because there are a lot of us. And we always tip well, and we always clean up after ourselves, because I want people's experience with large families to be pleasant, because I want to remove that stigma. So if you're one of those people who have a large family, girl, you're doing good. You're doing a good job. You're raising great humans to make this world a better place. Number 2, if you're one of those people who do not have a large family, I encourage you not to have that stigma and not to let large families in your life have that stigma. I encourage you to think positively and encouraging about them. And my kids are like playing out there and going absolutely insane. Hold on a moment. All right, so I encourage you not to have that stigma about them, because there's a place for them too, and it's okay for them to have a buttload of children. It's gonna be okay. You can have one and that be good for you, and they can have 8 or 9 or 10, and that can be good for them as well. We're all different, and we all offer things to this world that are different from each other, and it's okay. So I just wanted to encourage you, no matter what walk of life that you're in, if you're a grandmother or an aunt or a sister or whatever, and someone in your life has a lot of kids, like, just be an encouragement, not a discourager. Don't make them have a pregnancy announcement to share with you and then be scared to tell you because you're going to meet it with negativity. We need to uplift and encourage one another. And as long as they're providing for those kiddos, and as long as they are teaching those kiddos good ways of life and they're doing a good job, then you should be encouraging that they're going to do it again with another kiddo, and that kiddo is going to be a part of your family. So thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to share with you. I've almost finished this pile. I'm about halfway through, so I'm going to finish this pile extremely quickly, get my kiddos to take it to their room, put it away, get this out of my room so that I can do a clean with me video for today's vlog for you, and we can get this day continuing to roll on. I just want to say that I appreciate you joining me for Vlogmas. I appreciate you watching all these videos. They haven't all been perfect. Some of them have mistakes in them. I'm learning. I'm growing. I've got a long way to go before I'm an expert for sure. I'm just an amateur at this, but I just want to share with you, and that's why I do this to begin with. I want to be a transparent sharer. You know what I mean? I want to share all the things. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. I don't have, you know, an embarrassed bone in my body. I'm not shy. I want to share the nitty-gritty so that it might help you, and you know, it might help somebody else out there. I don't care if it exposes me, if it helps you, and that is perfectly fine. So thank you so much for watching this video. I truly do appreciate it, and I will see you guys again in tomorrow's vlog. Bye guys.